Hey guys, this is Ashlyn. On my website, I have a section called video blogs, and I haven't posted anything on there, so I figured why not post one tonight, or at least get started with my first video blog. And I'm gonna entitle these blogs Confessions, so I'm gonna guess this is Confessions 1. And first confession, why I decided to do a website and the My Journey Facebook page, and even start to post stuff on YouTube. I don't know if people know this, but the last year or so was pretty hard for me. I was out of work for well over a year. I was going through some personal issues, family issues, and I wasn't taking good care of myself health wise. I wasn't taking care of my body. I didn't care what I was eating. As long as it was quick and it tasted good, I pretty much ate it. And after a while, that started catching up to me. I actually look back at pictures now, and at the time, I thought nothing was wrong. I thought I looked good. I felt like, hey, I can lose a few pounds here and there, and it is what it is. I mean, nobody was really saying anything to me, and if they were, I would take it in a negative way and just think that somebody was just, what's the word, bullying me in a way. But in reality, I just didn't want to hear it. So back in October, I got offered a job, and I was just on cloud nine. You couldn't tell me anything, but around the same time, I was extremely sick. I've been sick for a good 2 weeks before the job interview, and I was sitting over here thinking it was an ear infection, and you just take some medicine, you get rid of it. Not the case. And another thing was, I thought since I was trying this liquid diet to lose weight, maybe my body wasn't prepared for the drastic change with not eating and just doing strictly like soup and Gatorade and water or whatever else liquid food. And I thought my body was just reacting to that. No. After I got my job offer, I went to the doctors. They said I had acid reflux, because at that time, that's when I started throwing up at least a good 5 or 6 times a day. I could keep nothing down, and the only thing I could really keep down was Gatorade, or soup, or applesauce. And I started losing a lot of weight, and I was like, this isn't the way I wanted to lose weight, but I'm losing it, so it is what it is. I had scheduled a physical the week before I was supposed to start working. Didn't think anything was wrong. I knew she was probably going to say something about my weight. I knew I needed to work on it, and I was planning on it. Did blood work. I get a call the next day saying you need to come back in ASAP. Go back to the doctors that Wednesday. My blood sugar is 450. Now, for a normal healthy blood sugar, you need to be between 70 and 110. So I'm 4 times what I need to be, and that's a scary number right there. Whew, just talking about this gets me a little emotional. So, I was classified as being a diabetic. This is not my first time around doing this. This is the second time around. I went through the same thing 4 years ago, but they labeled me as being pre-diabetic. And I was so upset with myself because I swore I would never get this way again. And I lost over 30 pounds. I looked good, but I fell off the wagon, I was dealing with people who didn't have my best interests at heart. I sat there and gave 110% to them, but they couldn't give it back to me, and that broke me emotionally and even physically. So, you have to go through being a diabetic again, go through watching what you eat, counting calories, sticking your finger 3 times a day to make sure your blood sugar is where it needs to be. And this time around, I had to take medicine because my blood sugar was so high. Whew, Jesus, that's emotional thinking about it. So, I get all this medicine on a Wednesday. I have to go in for actually even before then, I went for a CAT scan because they didn't know what was wrong with me. They thought it was something in my stomach since I was suffering from acid reflux. That's what they thought it was. So after I go through all that, and to go get medicine, and have my mom sit up there and nurse me, and I'm not getting any better, and to go to the hospital, emergency room, that Thursday, and right when we hit the parking lot, I couldn't open the door fast enough to throw up. I knew something was wrong. I was physically weak. I could not walk. I had to be put in a wheelchair wherever I went because that's how weak I was. And to sit there in a hospital bed and have nurses come in at like 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning, a couple of times each in the middle of the night, to stick you with shots to give you insulin so your blood sugar can go down. And to be in a hospital on your mother's birthday and she's sitting up there worried about you because she doesn't know what's going on because you're so close to being in the ICU. I was honestly so upset with myself that I didn't want to see my mom be that scared for me. So I took that as a wake-up call from God that you need to change your life ASAP. Because my doctors didn't want me to go to work. I was supposed to start work that Monday. I said, I don't care if I have to go in there with a wheelchair. I'm going to work. So after that day, I started eating healthy. Started working out. I have a trainer. And I lost over 30 pounds. And I actually have to go in tomorrow to go redo blood work to make sure that my blood sugar is low. So maybe I don't have to stick my fingers anymore. But the reason why I'm doing all this stuff, and I post so many pictures on Facebook, and I'm very spiritual about a lot of my posts, is because of the situation that I went through. Nobody knows everything. Only few people know that I was in the hospital. They don't know the inner struggles and turmoil I faced leading up to the hospital stay and even after the hospital stay. There were days where I would sit there and cry because of the situation that I not only put myself in, but my family in. Especially my mom. My mom is my rock. And I don't know where I'd be without her. So I want to sit up here and do these confessionals and to let you guys know that I've been there. If you need somebody to talk to, I will be there for you. And just, I want you guys to come along on this journey with me because it's going to be an amazing journey. It's already changed my life tenfold. And I can't wait to see what the rest of this journey has for me. So, that's my first confession right there. I cry. I have feelings too, so don't judge me on them too hardly. So, we're going to start a movement here, people. And I can't wait to see where this goes. So, first confessions. Whew, what a relief. You guys have a good night, and I will do confessions. Try to do them every week if I can. So,